Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Today we're going to go through the pet auction system. We're going to demonstrate how the auction system works, and we're going to show you one additional way you can maybe leverage your farms to help your main account. Okay, so the pet auction system, been in the game a little while now, and frankly, it remains a bit broken. You can go in the auction screen here and see all the pets up for auction, and then if you filter by bids received, you'll see something like this, right? Sometimes you'll see maybe 5 or 6 with bids, sometimes you'll see literally 0, but the bottom line is the vast majority of pets do not sell, okay? And they tried to fix this a little bit by giving the Krakens one little additional incentive to try and buy more pets. And they basically made it so if you buy a pet, you can just immediately release that pet and get a bunch of pet fruit. And you can see on the screen to the right here, the little fruit with the 25 next to it. That represents how many fruit you would get if you buy the pet from the auction house and release it. Okay. Now, I appreciate there are people in this game that are like even substantially, exponentially bigger spenders than me. That just does not seem worth it to me. This did not incentivize me at all to buy any additional pets. Okay. Now, I've tried, essentially just to see how it works, selling my pets a few times. I've literally never got anyone to buy any of my pets. Like I have this Bullion Beast here I'd like to sell. I think it's pretty good, right? S tier, 8 slots. The strength and agility are just kind of okay. But whenever I've tried to sell this, it hasn't gone anywhere. Okay, so look, I basically don't use the auction system at all. However, there is one way, and I've heard some other people talk about this, that you basically use the auction system to use your farms to support your main account, all right? And right now I'm in my alt account here, and I can click on tap to auction, and it'll show you the highlighted pets that are even eligible for the auction system, right? They have to be 8 slots, and they have to have a certain amount of stat attributes, right? And you can see this Venom Lizard I have here, 8 slots, good, but not impressive strength and luck. It does have max agility, that's pretty good. It's got the 1-star magic fortune here. Obviously, that's useless for a Venom Lizard. You can see it's still like loyalty 1. I've never used this. I can't remember if I caught it like this or I just randomly regenerated like this. Whatever. I've had this on my alt account for a long time, and it is eligible to be auctioned off, all right? Now, the thing is, if I put this in the auction house right now, I am, like, with virtual certainty, no one would buy this. This is okay, but this is not something worth spending, like 80 and 90,000 coins on here. And that's really the problem with the auction system, right? You can see the starting price here. I can't adjust that, 97,500 coins. Like I said, if I put this on here, it's not worth that, so no one would buy it. And, the auction system essentially is useless for this kind of pet. And certainly no one's going to buy this, to get the pet fruit here. But, like I said, there is a way around that. And basically you can use your alts to buy the pets from your main accounts, thereby transferring pet coins from your alts to, into gems for your main account. Okay, so I'm on my alt account here, and on my alt account, I catch pets pretty frequently. I also clean the pet, enclosure here. And some time ago, I did a gift draw whenever you get like 100 of these little tokens here, just to see what I got. Basically, it's not a big deal. However, I got really lucky that day. And what I ended up getting was a 3-star Intense Ice Core, right? Intense Ice Core is a useless skill on the war pet, but it's a valuable skill to sell in the pet shop, and I got a ton of pet coins for it. I didn't quite have enough of that time to pull this off, but I've been saving up. I've basically been selling excess skills as I can. And you can see right now I have just enough 97,500 coins, all right? So we're going to go ahead and look in the pet auction here, and I'll filter by poison lizards because I got a feeling I might find one I like. Where are we at here? There we are. Okay, and we'll go here. You can see a lot of poison lizards in the auction house right now, and like none of them have bids because that's how stupid this system is. And so I go down here, and I remember it was 97,500, and I just listed it for auction, a few minutes ago, so that makes sense. I look on it, yep, this is the one, 235, 235, 300, and I'm going to go ahead and place a bid on this. Okay, now I've bid on it, and it's going to take, 11 hours and 49 minutes before the bidding's closed. I mean, theoretically, someone could outbid me, but I doubt it, and we'll check back in when the bid completes. Okay, and so here's the deal with using your farms or your alt accounts to support your main account. you kind of got to really commit to the bit here. All right, here's my farm. You can see it does not have many coins on it. Frankly, I do not catch pets on this farm very often, all right? And there's no reason I couldn't. It's really just because I'm lazy. So my farm's in the KVK, and my farm absolutely does not have the ability to defeat like a level 42, or level 40 Darkling mob or whatever. Every level mob, every level war pet in this KVK is way stronger than my farm can accomplish. But that's fine. You can get around that. What you do is you just auto Darkling, right? So I'll go to auto Darkling here. You can see I only have the 2 warrants. Select whatever pets you want. It doesn't really matter. And then just select the levels you want, send it out. This account basically only has infantry, so it's not going to kill things, with any particular speed. But you can see it's going after a level 20 mob here. Yes, it can defeat a level 20 mob. So it takes a while, but you got to be doing that every day. Okay, and we're back. You can see that the auction obviously was successful. No one else bid on it. What a surprise. I get the 97,500 minus that 10% tax. And of course, that's converted from pet coins to gems. So this account at least got a big boost in gems, okay? And let's take a look at it from the account that now bought the new war pet. Okay, so this is the account that bought the poison lizard, and when I go into my inventory here, you can see that I have the poison lizard in sort of a little auction storage box here. I click on it, and here is the lizard I bought. And you'll see at the bottom here, I have 2 options here. I can rewild or adopt it. All right. First, a couple things. You can see that I only got the talent skill. You get the talent skill at whatever level it was on the original pet. It was a 0-star on the pet I sold. Obviously, as the talent skill goes up, it costs more and more pet coins. The other thing is you can set those 14 pet fruits here. If I rewild this war pet right now, that's what I would get as sort of my incentive to rewild it. Like I said, I think rewilding is kind of a bad option. This is not a very efficient way to get pet fruit. But hey, if you're a super kraken, maybe that's something you do. But it doesn't seem to have really taken off. Like I said, the vast majority of pets receive no bids whatsoever. Now, here's the thing. This is an alt test account. I have no need for like a pretty good but not great, poison lizard. I mean, it's got 8 slots, but the strength and the luck just aren't that impressive. There's no way it's going to sell any in the future at any point. So for the sake of science, let's go ahead and rewild it and see what happens. All right, after I've cleared the cooldown, I go ahead and hit confirm here. Okay, and here is the pet fruit in my inventory, and I'm sort of learning something here myself. It turns out this pet fruit can only be fed to other venom lizards, which takes a system that was already pretty bad to begin with and makes it even worse. So if you are that super kraken buying pets just to release them in order to get the pet fruit off of them, make sure you buy pets that you want to use the pet fruit on, right? Don't buy just anything in the auction house, right? Which could be one of the reasons why the vast majority of war pets just receive no bids whatsoever. All right. Like I said, this venom fruit, this pet that can only be fed to venom fruits, not going to see any real use on my alt account here, but like that wasn't the point of this entire exercise. The point of this exercise was to take an unexpected windfall I got on one of my testing accounts and transfer the benefit to one of my main accounts. I've accomplished that. That account now has 87,000 and change additional gems. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. And until next time, you stay classy, Belleron.